a 100% win rate for EnTe, who also seems to be, by the numbers, better in this matchup. Let's see how it shakes out in the game, though. Starting off our first map on Northern Isles. EfFeCt the blue. EnTe the blue undead. EfFeCt the red human. Alright, I'm gonna double and triple check this overlay now every time. Sorry for messing that up so many times earlier. But now it's correct. As far as the vetoes go, by the way, this was completely standard. Terrana stand and... Wait, who vetoed what? Yeah. Terrana stand and Echo Isles vetoed by EnTe. And Twisted Meadows and Concealed vetoed by EfFeCt. It's all about the expansion. Human loves easy expo, undead loves hard expo. This expansion is definitely on the harder side. There's no merc support. This camp is hard to take. There's frost armor. There's big creeps for the DK to steal. This can be painful for the peasants, perhaps even for the AM. That's something that EfFeCt should pay closer attention to. His AM movement. He was dropping definitely too low there in the previous games.
A player's forces are under
Again with the footy block though. EfFeCt does this time and time again. Slowing down the DK a little bit. Oh, Acolyte! Did he get it? No. Right? Did he? Wait. No. Okay. Yeah, that camp just isn't that much experience. I was like, wait, shouldn't this be more? But no, this is a pretty small camp. But it is something. It's level 1.6. Something like that. And it's a clause. Again, the clause. We saw EfFeCt earlier actually delaying his expansion and going for more claws at the marketplace. I wonder if he does this again. AM getting pressured once more. EfFeCt having flashbacks now. This kept on happening previously against Side. And especially on this map, pressuring the AM makes sense. Because the peasants and many of the footies will be busy with this camp. This is a hard camp. So it's not like 5 units can come help the AM. They're gonna be busy with those creeps. And here we go. Expansion started. No claws bought from the marketplace this time. Only 6 peasants? That's kind of light, it feels like, for this camp. Because especially the Ice Troll, he's got the frost armor. You want to take him out as quickly as possible. Oh, sorry. No, I got a bit confused. He doesn't have the frost armor. That was the other Ice Troll from Melting Valley. Wow. That's a bit of a noob mistake. DK got the first last hit with the coil. But still far away from level 2. Level 2 is what he wants. Ogre Magi, that's what he really wants. And he gets it with the coil. The ring +4, though. Hard to get to. And a surround! Oh, wow! Surround with the peasants and the footies and the DKs that he's gonna let him die as well. AM once again is super low HP. Well, not super low, but kind of low. But the DK is dead. So much freedom now for EfFeCt. Another thing that he was struggling with against Side earlier was experience for level 3. That's gonna be easy this time. He's basically level 3 already. These 2 camps should be easy to claim. There's not much EnTe can really do right now. Has to wait for the DK to come back. This Fiend is trying to distract as much as possible, but EfFeCt shouldn't really fall for this. Really early shop. I like that kind of. It does slow down the expansion though.
Players' forces are under attack.
Is this enough for level 3? I think it's not quite enough, right? Probably not. Needs one more skeleton. Fiends forcing some more repair, I guess, but also taking a bit of damage from the AM. DK coming back. Still not level 2. And still not that close to level 2 either. AM needs 2 skeletons for the level up. Oh, one of the peasants, though, should be an easy catch.
Players' forces are under attack.
Stop making footies. In favor of the shop, I guess. But only 3 footmen, 4 footmen, that's not that much. However, EnTe without aura, it's pretty hard to micro against this at the same time. With more skeletons, finding more kills. This will be the level 3 right here if he gets the peasant. Gets into the mine, and no kill from these skeletons. DK still not level 2, but now very, very, very close. Oh, the peasant sacrifices himself. That's friendly of him. Towards the undead. DK wants to go for more peasant kills, and he's gonna get at least 1, maybe 2. Costs him all of his mana though, no coil at the moment. EfFeCt definitely needs more footies. Wow, that's a very early tech. It's a little bit greedy. But he's in a decent position. He got the hero kill early, the DK's out of mana. There's an arcane tower, he's got level 3 AM. So cutting a few corners here with Footman I guess is acceptable. But now he really needs to start making footies again. Because Lich will be coming, more Fiends will be coming, statues will be coming. And then this can very easily swing around. Lumber Mill wall off once again. Peasant pullbacks could be a little bit faster. Okay, still saves this one. But very close to dying now. Lich, wow, he is committing hard for these peasants, man. He is committing so much mana and skeleton after skeleton to get these peasant kills. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really delay the tech too much. This is still a pretty fast tech. AM though, again, so far forward. But he's got the healing, and EnTe is almost entirely out of mana now. EnTe needs the statues very badly. But we don't have much lumber income here at the expansion, and a lot of peasants have to be remade. A lot of this gold is going into peasants, that has to be said. So there was certainly some economic damage dealt. Nice deny. Experience not going to the Lich or the DK, who are in Struggle City. DK level 2 is the bare minimum of what you need. But normally once the Lich comes out, you start getting more and more kills. You start getting more and more footies. And with that, more and more experience. But the trading so far isn't working too well. Finally, the statues coming in for EnTe.
Forces are under attack.
Feels a little bit late, though. But of course, the thing to remember here is the DK kill is how this all started. And that obviously led to a bad early game for EnTe. Already before that, it was a little subpar with... Subpar is not the right word, but it wasn't perfect. Oh, the surround, though, was pretty nice. There's one coil that might not necessarily be good enough to get him out of there. There's also a Nova, though. Okay, so the Lich can fight out. But that's worth it. This is tons of damage towards the heroes. 200 mana as well. You easily sacrifice 1 or 2 footies for this. Because the MK is coming. With that, the Stormbolt will be available. Blacksmith as well. Lumber is there for tier 3 if EfFeCt does want to go for this. He did this once earlier. Very quick tier 3. Not yet though. Towers at the expo. Wow, this is looking very safe now. Nice wall off. Towers behind. 3 of them. I love the 3. 1 is easy to take out with Fiends. 2 is still doable. 3 is hard. And the Zeppelin drop. I feel like I'm watching Romantic right now. Fast Expo, Towers, Zeppelins. Are we gonna see Masonry? Tier 3 double workshop. Oh baby. And Masonry. Boys, here we go. This could be a tank game. And this is what you can do if the undead isn't strong enough. If the undead loses footing in the mid game. If the undead isn't always putting pressure on the expansion. You can do stuff like this. If you're always trying to hold on, trying to survive, just, you know, in management, in catastrophe management mode, this can't be played. But because of the weak early game for EnTe, now, yeah, there's way more freedom to do stuff like this. Oh, Mountain King. Whoops. Ran into the creeps a little unnecessarily. Destroyers here. And with that, the Zeppelin probably can't do too much anymore. But how much time did the Zeppelin buy? Oh, Dreadlord 3rd. Counter Expo time. Okay. EnTe changing gears. No longer trying to attack. It's going to be the macro play. That reminds me of EfFeCt's game versus Lucifer. which was a pretty fun map here in Warcraft W3IL. Gargoyle will still survive. The Gargoyle here designed to deal with a Zeppelin, of course. And here we go. Acolyte, Counter Expo. Can this be cancelled? It's always a dangerous thing to go for a cancel like this. How much is it going to cost you? It's definitely going to cost you all the footies. But the Gyro's going to die. Are the hero's going to die? Especially against a Dreadlord with a timely sleep. It's always a danger. EfFeCt would love to get a free cancel over here, but that's pretty unlikely. EnTe's right around the corner. Great drops for him, by the way. Only seeing this now. Flute and Pendant. This is the double nuts. And this is pretty nice for Undead Counter Expo on this map. You can expand and then keep on creeping around the expansion, keeping it safe at the same time. Plus, there's a marketplace. Which means, perhaps, in the super late game, Undead can go for Khadga's Pipe. Which is an insane item for Undead. I know it sounds weird when you hear it the first time. What? Going for a red camp item that's 500 gold? Is that really worth it? Is that really reliable? It's not exactly reliable to find in here, but the longer the game goes, the more likely it becomes. And yes, it is absolutely worth 500 gold. Wow, I didn't know this guy had an air attack. Did you see that? He was attacking the Gargoyle. Legion Doomhorn. That doesn't do anything for EnTe, of course, but it's a bit of a trust fund towards later investment. Oh, EfFeCt! I love this! He's switching it up. When EfFeCt played against Lucifer, he played no breakers, and the Banshees basically ruined his day. Now he's adding in a couple of breakers. That's absolutely what you want. Otherwise, Curse is just too strong. Tank drops. Alrighty, boys. That brings me back to 2010.
Forces are under attack.
Aim. Sleeps around the Paladin. Okay, first one doesn't work. Oh, nice. Close it again. Also tells EnTe about the positioning. The waypoint there is pretty obvious. He was going up here. However, now too late to do anything about this. Do we have wagons ready to deal with the tanks? We absolutely do not. Also not Necro.
Forces are under attack.
It's really hard to defend against these tanks. I think against human you should always go for double Narrow. Not Narrow plus Spirit Tower at the expansion. Because of exactly this. Oh, and the army, the human army forced the TP for EnTe back to the main, which means these tanks are still not being dealt with. Okay, but he's not going to commit fully to this kill. And he doesn't have to. He's not going mass tanks, he's just going two tanks. Two tanks for distraction, which are serving the purpose of opening up the map for the army. If the undead army is always in the middle of the map, it's really hard for the human to find the space to get the creep camps done. But with tanks distracting, it's much more easily doable. So now the MK is level 3 with a nice inventory. AM's level 4, that's what you want. Only one missing here, out in experience, is the Paladin. Who you definitely want on level 2. Ideally, even on level 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is he gonna go for Aura or Divine Shot is the question. Third base attempt again. This is also what EfFeCt tried to play against Lucifer, but didn't quite work out. EfFeCt always seems like such a macro player to me. It seems like every excuse he can get to go to tier 3, he's gonna to 3 bases, he's gonna take. And as we're in 2 base versus 2 base territory already, 3 base versus 3 base, completely doable. 3 heroes for EnTe, level 4 for DK and Lichen on the horizon. Carrion Swarm level 2 for the Dreadlord, really good against the tanks, but kind of against everything, actually. Here's the first Banshee, being sniped very easily. Looks like a well-rounded army though for EnTe. Coming towards the expansion for the defense. The army are going to be fighting, and the tanks are going to be the damage dealers towards the buildings in the meantime. Hard now for EnTe to deal with this. The army for EfFeCt, despite being 80 supply though, doesn't even look that big. Paladin getting nuked hard. The gyros still surviving surprisingly long. Where the Carrion Swarm seems like they're missing a little bit perhaps. Destroyers in the air, still alive. Carrion Swarm is ready again. Focus on the Paladin first, and he is almost gonna die. But he uses the Divine Shield in the nick of time there at the very end. Carrion Swarm coming in right there, but I don't think he's hit all of the flying machines. Knights moving forward. Everything's dropping low there. I think EnTe just went for a heal scroll as well. The illusion of the Knights actually soaking up a Nova there. One of them, one of the real ones though, is dropping dangerously low. The tank's still doing so much damage, forcing the repair. So much repair. This is so expensive now. And of course, EfFeCt doesn't have to win the game right here. He has the expansion on the other side of the map, which I guess this push is mostly designed to distract from. Level 4 Lich. Does that change much? Probably not. 2 breakers about to fall. Oh, the Knight goes down there as well, but at least the breaker makes it out. But EnTe down to 47 supply. EfFeCt, okay, to be fair, he lost a bunch. But he got the base up. Starting mining right now. Towers. Does he have a shredder, by the way? Wow. EfFeCt without a shredder, yet still on 3 bases with so much lumber. That means he's got a lot of peasants. Not that many peasants now anymore, but it was 5 more lumber peasants earlier. I guess that's why perhaps his army didn't look so big at 80.
Are under attack.
Because he has... He must have like 25 peasants. EnTe though, the expansion remains alive. However, the tank drop is still a danger. 3 armor upgrades makes dealing with them very tough. Fewer top undeads nowadays play a few frenzy ghouls in each base to deal with that. But no frenzy ghouls here. Lich dropping low after the focus. Coil comes in, but not healing for that much. The Coil Light coming in. He's dropping so low again. Coil hits one more time. But again, the Orb of Fire, healing reduction. The Lich still in trouble. Doesn't seem like EnTe has too much firepower here anymore, though. No Nova. Lich is out of mana. And EnTe does not have a TP. He's starting to lose a lot of units over here. A breaker might be falling, but this is a great trade for EfFeCt. And EnTe down to 40. Jesus Christ. Down to 40 supply only. EfFeCt 73. Still standing strong. Rich as all hell. Spending a bit more gold now. Chriser Payne, thank you very... No, Chriser, excuse me. Thank you very much for the 60 months. Wow, wait. 60 months. That's 5 years. Chriser. Our first sub ever, if I remember right. Thank you very much, Chriser. 5 years. That's crazy. Thank you. Shredder now for EnTe. It's going to alleviate his lumber problems. Can also help against a tank. But EnTe obviously in a tough position. So far down in supply. Why is he not making units? I guess he is making units. He just lost so many before. What's this? Double slaughterhouse now. Okay. But EfFeCt being on 3 bases, he could very well go to 100 supply. He could very well expand up here if he wants, which looks like he wants. He just bought the Warsong Battle Drums for more damage and everything. The Paladin's level 3 now. MK's level 4 now. He has the Clap plus Stormbolt build. He has the mana pots. He has the Involts. He has a nice Pendant of Energy as well. Only thing missing here, it seems, is the level 5 AM. This is a strong human army. For being 80 supply, though, again, it's kind of small. And this once again goes back to the very high number of peasants that are still in the humans' arsenal, in quotes, arsenal. EnTe down by 25 supply. Realistically, though, it's a little bit less. We have some tanks, we have a lot of peasants and stuff. And the Hero Nuke is still dangerous. Coil Nova and Carrion Swarm all on level 2. Ooh, lots of damage towards this Dreadlord, though. Is he surrounded? He might be stuck. Oh, he's not, but the damage is just way too high. The Knights at Okay, okay. I didn't show these upgrades before. 3 knights, no wonder. They are owning hard right now. And the MK is chasing. Could have looked for more kills there perhaps. But he doesn't need to kill the army. If EfFeCt kills this base, this must be the game. As he's getting up his 4th base over here actually. EfFeCt is just taking this one step at a time. Putting EnTe slowly in checkmate as it seems. Oh, that was a nice clap by the Mountain King. Still so much mana. My god, does he have a lot of mana. I am about to hit level 5. Even the ghouls. This is how desperate this is, are coming out now. And slowly but surely this is getting closed out now. AM is level 5. He's going for the elementals. I think Aura would have been better, but whatever. Both is good. EnTe is fighting his heart out, but he just doesn't have the numbers anymore. I mean, you know, look at the supply. And at the expansions. It's EnTe soon to be down back to 1 base. Shout out to Todd, by the way. I saw you earlier in chat. I imagine you're enjoying this game. SMK is now owning everything, it seems. Backed up by all this mana, backed up by level 2 Holy Light, this Mountain King. It's not like it's just the Mountain King show, though. It's the Breakers which are doing a great job. The Knights are doing a great job. The Flying Machines are making sure the Destroyers aren't taking over. The tanks are disrupting really well. This is just really well rounded by EfFeCt. Also, not all in committing to an attack. He's got the macro behind. This is just all around super solid play. And this time, unlike against Side, the early defense was good as well. Expo here has been scouted by the Acolyte. How does EfFeCt still have so much lumber? He's got 2,000 lumber almost on 4 bases. 4 bases! Ridiculous. Alright, EnTe at least wants to get the moral victory of a hero kill. Oh, Nova! Nope. Holy Light saves him. EfFeCt at the shop now, healing up, claritying up, and all the gold in the world. EfFeCt could go to 100 supply now if he wanted. Main soon to expire as well. Oh, there's like nothing left. Yep. Oh, there was only 4 peasants in here for a while, but not like it matters. EnTe with Fighting Spirit today, though. He is giving it his all. He is fighting until the bitter end. Oh, he doesn't quite have enough resources for the Haunted again.
A player's forces are under
Lots of
attack
towers
and
here.
is under siege.
EnTe needs to push through these towers, kill this base. Yeah, no. GG! EfFeCt takes the 1-0 in this game. Remaining maps are Amazonia and Last Refuge. And EnTe chooses AZ. In the next round, by the way, Side is waiting. This could be a rematch for EfFeCt or an Undead Mirror. In Mirror, I think EnTe is really strong. Usually also against Human. That game just kind of went wrong. DK got surrounded, DK got killed. EnTe can definitely do better. I know that. And he's gonna try to now. Second map. EnTe against the ropes. No more safety net. If he loses here, that's it. No W league for him. EfFeCt if he should win. It's not over yet. He will have to defeat Side after, to whom he lost. 2-0 previously. But it seems EfFeCt is looking more solid now. Especially his early defense, which was his downfall against Side. AZ, usually a hard expansion spot to creep. But against Undead, honestly, it's not that hard. Because Undeads normally play a Tet Fiend build order every time. And then they don't have much early. EnTe for a while used to play Ghoul Opening. Ghoul Opening aggression against this camp can be super scary. But it always comes at a risk. The ghouls always fall off. And doing the damage against a good human is never guaranteed. So EnTe is playing it safe. He's going with a Tet Fiend build order again. Archmage here, of course, against the DK. Yeah, EnTe's willingness to experiment seems to be over. Perhaps it was just specifically against Orc. Or specifically against Spiral. Perhaps he feels that he can't beat Spiral with the normal meta. And maybe he's right. Side couldn't beat Spiral with a normal meta either.
A player's forces are under attack.
Fully already ready here to put some damage on the Acolyte. EnTe is pulling the creeps. Are they going to be aggroed? Kind of. Alright, this is not the perfect creep. The Rogue is putting in some damage. These Wizards are putting in some damage. But honestly, it's not that bad. Oh, the DK going for a Lightning Shield creep himself. With the ghouls early on. Double coil invested for this, though. This was not really the perfect Lightning Shield creep. But he gets it regardless. Going for 4 ghouls as well. Whoa. So it's a late crypt, but it's no graveyard. Well, it may still be a graveyard after. Level 2 for the DK now. And with that, walking across the map. The tech, though, for EnTe will be somewhat late because of the early ghoul usage. Oh, and there we go. Ghoul aggression against the expansion. Wow. He's actually playing it. Not with a straight up ghoul opening, but kind of a ghoul opening. 3 ghouls can be dangerous. Could be more dangerous. Could be 5 ghouls, 6 ghouls, then it's really, like, scary. 3, not that many. If EnTe steals some last hits here, AM won't be level 3, and then no level 2 water elementals. Makes it tough to fend off these ghouls. Tech could be starting now for EnTe, but perhaps he's a little bit too busy at the moment. Militia using a lot of their time against the skeletons and stuff. Oh, it's a lot of militia. But the Rock Golem is still far from dying. This seems to be all over the place. Okay, the Rock Golem is like completely, fully, mega surrounded. And the AM gets the last hit and the item. 1 of Mana Steel, new Water Elemental coming in. DK wants to steal these last hits. That prevents level 3. Okay. Was maybe a little bit sloppy not stealing any of these last hits. So a couple of peasants died. 1 here, 1 here. I think 1 here. But we do have 6 peasants left. And the expansion is delayed. Yes. But not by that much. Oh wow. He's trying to click it down with 2 skeletons. Is that enough damage? No, that's not enough damage. Oh, the DK is almost surrounded. Now he is. Wait. Is that actually enough damage? Are you serious? Skeleton falling. No. And this DK, you have to TP. Oh, the ghouls are coming in. Oh my god, this is so all in. Oh, if he had more ghouls there earlier, he could have forced the cancel or the kill or whatever. But no. Unusual build. Very elaborate. But I don't know that it did enough. When you go for this ghoul opening, you're always banking on doing damage in the early game. You have to do damage to be in an even situation. In the late game, I got the overlay wrong again. Are you serious? Sorry, guys. I got distracted. I got distracted again by all of this action. 4 was on fire. Thank you very much for the sub. Welcome.
A player's forces are
Oh,
under
I love EfFeCt scouting here. Footy was over to this side to see the movement here of the undead. And yes, the footy dies, but that's easily worth it. The important thing is not to allow the ghouls freely towards the peasants. Otherwise, it's going to be a slaughter. So, not tier 3 yet by EnTe. What's he doing? Lich is coming. Tally staff on the AM. Makes it back to the expo. Arcane not ready yet, but EnTe doesn't want to commit in with the ghouls. He doesn't have a TP anymore, so if he goes into the back, this could cost a lot of ghoul lives. No tech yet by EfFeCt. He went for the shredder here early, costing him a bit more lumber, but gonna get that lumber back very soon. Nice thing about the shredder is you can basically non-stop call these militia. You don't need them for lumber anymore. Have some over here as well. AM is very close to level 4. Level 2 aura early is always welcome. And you should be getting it right now. Yep. Creeping the kobold camp, moving even beyond level 4 with that. Oil. Oh, nice snipe. That was good experience, but still AM will get level 4. Where's the Lich? Ah, there he is. There could be a big Nova towards the footies. They all clumped up. Oh, baby! 6 footman Nova right there. But not the focus fire follow-up from Fiends, which we usually see. It's just ghouls instead, so it's much harder to snipe down these single low HP targets. And again, it's the ghouls in the mid-game. We've seen this more than once now this game. They do fall off very quickly. Oh, I didn't see this until now. Double Slaughterhouse. And it's so important that EfFeCt sees this. Double Slaughterhouse always means destroyer push. This means towers. Needs to get towers. 3, 4 is not enough. Good spread of the towers, by the way. Not too easy to splash them with destroyers. Another benefit of the shredder, you can basically use all your peasants for towers, and the shredder still gets enough lumber in. I'm surprised he's not making more. EfFeCt. He's rich. Rich is, especially the main, is really sketchy. 3 towers is pretty low. Is very, very, very low. But he has some more time. Destroyer form upgrade is not coming yet. How many statues do we have? Only 2 statues anyways. And Zeppelin drop is coming. EfFeCt wants to go for counter aggression here. Doesn't want to be focused only on defense. And he's making a couple more towers. 5 towers is much better than 3. Was the Zeppelin seen? I think that DK saw it, maybe. Yeah. He knows the Gargoyle's here already. So the Zeppelin won't do too much. But still forces the Gargoyle. Still forces the Undead to stay back. There's no Fiend transition, right? No, just Frenzy Ghouls and Destroyers. Frenzy Ghouls and Destroyers have really high damage output. And unlike Fiends, they are not stopped by wall-offs. So they can absolutely breach this main. Double Workshop, though, I think is absolutely the right call. If you just have the answer to Destroyers with the gyros, Ghouls alone won't do it in the end. Unless something very weird happens. Nice farm. Wall off here as well. Masonry coming. Flying machines get this upgrade as well. I didn't know that. Okay. Armor for flying machines. Is this the reason? Knights, maybe? So here we go. Destroyer's being morphed. But EnTe's far away from the main, kind of. And this is the big destroyer push with 3 destroyers. 3 is not that many. We have 4 towers. Wow, he didn't even upgrade this tower. Okay. And EfFeCt still not making any more units. Now he starts making them. Oh, this was pretty greedy. Him not going into upkeep. He knew this was destroyer push. But okay, might still be good enough. Repair is okay. First tower will be falling, but lots of the mana from the destroyer is already gone. And these gyros, they're presenting another threat now. So what does EnTe go for? Guard towers or gyros? It doesn't look like he can take out all of them. And it looks like that's a hold. In the meantime, dude, EfFeCt wasn't even concerned with keeping his main base safe with the heroes. He knew the towers and gyros were going to be good enough. He's going for the counterattack here. He's threatening the Haunted. And there's no TP anymore. He never rebought the TP. The Haunted will be falling, and that must be checkmate. Smart play by EfFeCt. Really smart. When EnTe goes for an all-in like this with destroyers, very unlikely he's going to be rebuying the TP. Oh, can he get it though? Oh, he doesn't quite get it. I think this Haunted Goldmine will be saved. Gyros are coming in though. Destroyers are taking damage. This is not over yet. MK TP transferred towards him. With that, second hero survives. And EnTe barely saves his income. But comes at a high price. Many ghouls died. Many acolytes died. 25 supply for EnTe. Oh boy. Level 3 DK, level 3 Lich. So the levels are looking good for EnTe, but it's kind of the only thing. Sixt and Zibben, thank you guys very much for the subs. Tier 3 is done now. We have the Paladin. Knights joining. Knights and Gyros. Good old Knights and Gyros. Human classic. DK is close to 4. Does that do much? I don't know. Stonebolts surround. He should be able to fight out though, I guess. Oh, going hard for the AM, but he's got the invul. GG! That's it! For EnTe at least. EnTe out of the prelims. EfFeCt moves on. One more round. It will be a rematch for him against Side in the next.